We're men, manly men, we're men in tights. Yes! We roam around the forest looking for fights. We're men in tights. We run from the rich and give to the poor, that's right. We may look like pansies, but don't get us wrong or else we'll put out your lights. We're men in tights, tights, tights. Always on guard, defending the people's rights. When you're in a fix, just call for the men in tights. We're bunch.
So today I'll be responding to a video titled, Is There a War of Masculinity? And I just want to say, what reality have we entered into where Piers Morgan is one of the sanest voices in the room? Like, please stop with this insanity, as I'm kind of getting a bit sick of agreeing with fucking Piers Morgan of all people.
Well, Gillette's latest ad campaign is a war on man and masculinity and mankind as we know it. It's my view, but others apparently disagree.
It's manufactured outrage, Piers Morgan, and it comes just days after the American Psychological Association labelled traditional masculinity as
not
harmful.
so manufactured, is it? Yeah, they said you can't even be stoic anymore because that's apparently harmful.
Ah, well, this is going to be a pretty short video, isn't it? They've designated traditional masculinity as harmful. Of course they have. You know, let's just say all men are fucking evil and that anything that makes a man, that's fucking terrible. We should all just be soy boys. This is fucking insane. And I've just got to say that the host that's next to Piers Morgan, she is a really insane ideologue, as I've watched her quite a bit, and her position is always the most batshit crazy. You know, it's just manufactured outrage, even though then she just follows it up by saying, oh, you know, toxic, you know, traditional masculinity, that's harmful. But if we just swapped the sexes and made this about women, she would be on the forefront fighting and screaming and crying. It's just pathetic.
Anyway, we're joined by a stellar panel. Cosmo Landesman, who likes the advert, says men should stop playing the victim.
Quite right, Cosmo.
Along with Marina Fogel, of course married to Ben Fogel, warrior, adventurer, explorer, who says there's no war against men.
And she should know.
On the other side, Carol Vorderman, who absolutely worships men and thinks this is an appalling advert. And Martin Daubney, who says boys need to be helped, not criticised. I agree. So let's get into this.
So we've got 3 idiots versus 2 quite intelligent people and Piers Morgan of all people. And yes, I know this was in regards to Gillette, which was a little while ago, but still, I thought the sort of arguments that, especially the side on the left were making, were pretty bad. So, yeah, let's jump into it.
Let's start with you, Marina. I mean, tell me why I'm wrong. Try and tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, I think this advert is really positive. I'm quite amazed by the backlash. I see it as a celebration of maybe a more modern kind of masculinity, a masculinity in which, you know...
Who the hell is clapping? That is not a clap-worthy statement. How is it a celebration of men basically saying that men are shit and need to do better? You know, oh, Me Too has rampaged the society, blah, blah, blah. It's fucking insane. Most men are pretty good people. There's nothing wrong with traditional masculinity, as, you know, it is kind of forged like the best countries in the fucking world. I don't really see too much what, you know, absolute soy boys that are going to cry every chance they get. I don't really see what they've done. So, yeah, if this was directed at women, you would be saying how sexist it is. Yep. When it's directed at men, oh, no, it's great. You know, traditional masculinity, yeah, it's harmful. Yeah, we've got to just completely redesign men. And then, when we do, women won't like it. Because guess what? Most women don't actually like soy boys, as they're fucking annoying.
Everyone is equal.
That's me, by the way.
I think we're probably all on the same page. You know, sexual exploitation...
Okay, let me crystallise my complaint about it. If you look at the old Gillette ads, they were very positive, working from the assumption that men are actually pretty good guys, and this is how you be a good guy. I don't like the presumption that we're automatically bad till we prove otherwise.
This isn't a critique of all men. This is a critique of certain types of behaviours that men indulge in, that no man should want to support. What is wrong with teaching our young men to be sensitive, to be thoughtful, to be courteous, to be considerate of other people?
Because, I don't know, maybe parents actually want their kids to get laid in the future. And traditional masculinity does actually encompass being courteous. As, you know, men used to open the doors for women, even though that's now sexist and, oh no, we must stop that. So, Yeah, and obviously, I don't mean men should just like, oh, fuck women, but still, men aren't women. They've got different characteristics that used to be completely fine.
Sorry, I
think it's
have to interject
it's-
here because you're implying that all men who came before weren't all of those things.
Well, I'm not saying that all men. I'm
you're
saying that some
absolutely
men.
Wrong. So
I made
know
that
a
clear.
lot
Some
about
men.
males who perhaps are now World War II veterans or so on, who were not only brave, courageous, all sorts of different things, but who are also charming, polite,
Right.
Carol, let me
adore
ask you-
women.
let me ask you-
So you can be both.
Do
and
you
that's
object
what's
to
wrong
all the
fundamentally with
ads
this advert,
portray women
is it's
in a certain
slagging
light?
off
I'm sorry, Beta Male, you keep trying to interrupt a woman, and that is sacrilegious. And what are you doing? Are you mansplaining to a woman? Come on, shut the fuck up. Seriously, the freaking progressive left never let anyone talk for a freaking second, and she's right. Like I said, men used to open doors for women. They wanted to protect them. Though now, that is being completely shunned. And, of course, the Gillette ad was run by a fucking feminist, and why are you getting a feminist to do a male advertisement? Honestly, just don't buy Gillette products whatsoever. Fuck them. They should see that, you're selling razors. We don't want fucking political commentary from a razor company. Especially since your original message was, yeah, men are pretty good, we want to see the best in men, buy our razors, not, oh, men are shit, let's browbeat you and shame you into buying our razors. Do better, man, do better.
Carol,
everyone
Carol,
who
hang
came
on.
before.
Carol, when you saw that ad, what did you think?
I hated it.
Right.
I really did. I found it insulting. I found it offensive. And I'm not offended by anything, but I was offended.
I've worked in men's media for 25 years. It's the worst men's branding advert I've ever seen. And I'll tell you why. Because it signal boosts the very worst things the very worst men do.
Exactly.
And says, all
And the
men,
very
this
best.
is your problem. And here we have an issue. The bad things men do are constantly signal boosted by the media and social
it's
media.
showing
Hang on.
men doing good
And
things.
the good things men do are not. And more to the point, where men need help, 75% of suicides, 95% of jail inmates, 85% of the homeless, the worst educational attainers in Britain are white working class boys. Nobody cares or helps. Why don't Gillette do that?
So yeah, men are basically fucked because they're just being browbeaten about how we're just the oppressors of society. We have caused all the evils that have ever happened, especially white men. And yet, yeah, then we get these ads. Women obviously doing a lot better, which is great. Like, I don't want women to do shit. But wasn't it, if it happens to women, then it affects the society? Well, but I guess when it just happens to men, just fuck them. It's this... I know I'm getting a bit frustrated, but I'm just sick and tired of just the media, just entertainment, just shitting on men all the fucking time. I have no idea why there's some women that want to become men, as, it's pretty shit at the moment. So, yeah, maybe just stick to your own fucking sex and maybe get a bit of help as well.
It's a shaving
those
ad.
people.
It's not a sociological.
They never had
They're
there wasn't a
discussing
razor
this.
blade in it. How was it a shaving
Well,
ad?
because it's a product that is.
It was a
that they're
political.
saying.
It was a political ad.
No, it was
That's my
attacking
complaint.
certain
And if they
forms of
did that with
behaviour.
women,
But
they made
hold on.
one about women, which started from the premise that women are bad and have to be improved. All hell
Hold
would
on,
break
we have
loose.
ads all the time that portray women as sexless, sex objects. We have ads that portray women as stupid, that women who
Bullshit.
don't
Give
work.
me an ad that
This is
started
you
have a
off-
complaint about
Give me an
that.
ad
Hold on,
that
let me
flashes
finish, let me
If you
finish.
actually
coverage of
made
women
an ad
being
that was
liars,
your
cheaters,
women are
abusers.
just sex
we have
objects,
it all
they're
the
fucking
time.
stupid.
We have terrible
There
images
would
of women in
be
pornocracy.
just an
Does anyone
uproar on
complain about- I
Twitter,
don't
and I'm
hear
guessing
fucking
Tumblr
about
as
that.
well.
No,
As
no, no,
You're-
no,
did a
no,
video
no,
on that just before.
representation.
Holy shit,
What I
Tumblr
don't-
is
what
fucking
we-
insane. Like, it's not, people aren't actually joking. That place just makes you want to kill yourself. But bullshit. Women are always the confident ones. If there's ever a man with a woman, the man's always a fucking idiot. They can just do anything. Look at a tampon ad, for freaking sake. It's just doesn't. You're selling tampons. None of them really make any sense. Seriously, every time I hear these fucking two talk, the ones on the left, I just hear this.
Women like me don't understand about why men like you hate it so much is that the advert portrays so much positive male behaviour, supporting each other, helping each other out.
Yeah, because you're a complete ideologue that obviously really doesn't seem to give that much of a shit about men, and we're always talking about feelings, how men actually feel, and how men differ from women. and starting off the ad by, oh, me too, men are just shit, but we've got to do better, and we've got to change our attitude about masculinity and basically become women. You want us to just be shitter versions of yourself. How about you guys be women, we be men, and yeah, like, it's not really much of a problem.
Can all agree that ending violence against women is a good thing.
Right.
But we can also hate this advert because the methodology, the way that it attempts to get us in is goading, it's judgmental, it's anti-men. That's the reaction. Now, men are allowed to hate it.
Hang on, you don't speak to my point about the fact it shows a lot of good male behaviour.
It does, but the problem is...
Why can't we assume that, why can't we start from the premise that most men are good guys?
Most men are
married
good
to a
guys,
good guy.
that's
He's an
the point.
adventurer, explorer and everything else. Why can't we start from the premise that most guys are pretty decent blokes?
None of us hate men, by the way. Can I just point that out?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think you can really be claiming that. You should go look at Tumblr. A lot of them hate men. Like, my last video, the first article we went through, or Tumblr post, not article, is basically women should go their own way, women thrive when men die in wars. So it's just basically, man, go kill yourselves so women can live happily ever after. Now, you personally may not hate men, but still, you don't hold them in very high regard when you can look at that Gillette ad and say, oh yes, there's so much positivity in there. It's just put the shoe on the other foot. I know I keep repeating myself, but if this was aimed at women, it would just be the biggest outrage that we've seen. Yet when it's men, oh, it's positive. You started off this video by saying that, you know, traditional masculinity is freaking harmful. Like, is there a war in masculinity was the title of this video. You answered it in about 2 seconds of the video. Yes, of course there is.
I just feel really strongly that, you know, all the advert is saying is be a decent human being, and I just don't understand the outrage.
Because
you're
arguing based on some, there is no problem
there is
with male
outrage.
behaviour.
No.
There is a problem.
There is a
Ad
problem.
trying to
There is a
address it.
problem with a section of men, as there is with a section of women.
Of course,
Women
yes,
are
don't say
perfect.
that.
If they made this ad about women, all hell would break loose.
Yes, it would.
Carol, you're right. Thank you. The rest of you are coming in.
That's that then.
Piers, you're wrong.
You know, I wish I could say Piers Morgan is wrong, but he isn't wrong. And if you watch this Good Morning Britain YouTube channel more, like, he's actually the sane voice on this channel. It's really... what reality have we stepped into? He actually, you know, goes against some of this just absolute insanity. And I never really liked Piers, but when I've got her as his co-host and then all the stupid guests they bring on, I'm actually really starting to like him. Like, at least he's not backing down from this. How is Piers Morgan wrong? What, if this was directed at women, there would be an absolute outcry? He's correct there. You know, most men are great people. He's right there. Why doesn't Gillette selling a razor blade to men, how about they, you know, show the goodness in men? Not that starting from the premise that basically men is shit, traditional masculinity needs to go the way of the dodo bird, and that all of us men need to do better. We need to do better. It's just, yeah, he's actually right in this video. But anyway, that's this. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Next 2 videos will be Monday Matt going full PC, and also just an apology video about being gone for about 5 months or so, and just sort of coming back. So yeah, look forward to them. I'll also be jumping back on my Discord probably tonight-ish once I've finished work. So yeah, if you want to come by, say hello, give me shit, I'll be there. Catch you later, guys. Also, do yourself a favor, go watch Men in Tights. It's actually fucking hilarious. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm probably going to go watch it after making this video. But yeah, you'll thank me later. It's really, really good.